Hi, this is Paul DiSilvio.
Ralph Squiggy Squillante.
Paulie Pistols.
We're here at the world famous Arthur Avenue Retail Market to show you how Dave Greco makes his world famous mozzarella. We're here with Dave Greco of Mike's Deli. He's been here for over how many years?
So I started when I was 12,
Okay.
which is over 47 years ago.
Okay.
My father started in 1947, working only on Saturdays here and working at my mother's family business outside, which they were outside on Arthur Avenue from 1922. And he took over in the 60s.
What made you want to take over the family business? Did
I
you
had
go to
no
college?
choice.
Did you
I
go-
had no choice.
Did you go to college?
Yeah, I went to college. I was actually supposed to go to play football, and my old man said he's not co-signing the loan. I had to stay here. And
Squiggy, do you remember his father?
Sure, man. I lived next door. My grandmother lived next door to David, his family. I lived right next door. My family were all from Arthur.
Did you really?
Yeah. I
They
know
called
his
him Little
mother.
Ralphie.
His mother still calls me Little Ralphie. That's kind of bizarre.
So, let me ask you a quick question. They made an off-Broadway play about your father, Mussolini behind the counter.
behind the counter with Mussolini.
Behind the counter with Mussolini.
Growing up in a dysfunctional mozzarella-making family with a Calabrese father who thinks he's Mussolini.
Why would they call him Mussolini?
My father was very tough.
Was he?
He's even 6 feet under and he's still tough.
You're right.
I'll tell you
calling
what-
the shots.
I'll tell you what-
Somewhere, every once in a while, you feel a shot in the back of your head.
I tell you a story. I was sitting at one of these tables one day, and he came over to me. He goes, "I want to sit in your chair." This is a couple of years ago. He passed recently. I says, "Why?" He goes, "You got so much room at your own place. You got to sit here in my chair."
He had a point there.
He was a character.
He was a
He never
character.
changed his colors. I give my father a lot of credit.
You're right. Always. I used to meet him in the morning here. Sometimes he'd be over there, and if he didn't like you, he
knew
can
it.
talk to you. I don't care what you said.
Right, he talked to you like
Yeah, if he liked you, sit over here. Sit, right. That's just how he
his
was.
life was wine, women, and mozzarella.
Well, that ain't
He
bad.
was very happy.
I would be happy too.
Yours is just wine and mozzarella.
No more woman.
And one woman.
And one woman.
One beautiful woman,
She's
Linda.
amazing.
She's the
Yes,
best. Now we're gonna go behind the counter with Dave Greco, and he's gonna show us how to make mozzarella.
I like that you say correct, Paulie, because a lot of people come in and say, I want to make mozzarella.
Mozzarella.
Let's go make mozzarella.
How do they say it from Connecticut?
Mozzarella.
And how do you say
Mozzarella.
it?
Mozzarella.
Mozzarella.
So let's go make
guys.
mozzarella.
You know something? When you say mozzarella, it even tastes better.
Ah, let's go make mozzarella.
And this was in true life. You went home, and all the beds would have Gaviniels and Yorkies. I'd be out all
On
night.
top
I'm
of the
half
sheets.
whacked. I said, well, I gotta sleep. My mother says, go in the bathtub. Go lay down in the bathtub. He says, you ain't sleeping on no beds. That's it. Everything was covered, right?
Those were the good old days.
Oh boy, but I would
Last Squig.
Well, I would love to be back in those days again, where everything made perfect sense. Your life sort of made sense. Now I don't know what's going on.
When I first opened up in this market, Dave took me under his wing like a big brother. He said, "I don't know how much cigars are gonna sell in here, but you give it a try. Your dad's very excited about it." And my dad's first job was in this market when they had a fish store. So it's so butchy, and it's so funny how life goes in full circle. How I'll finish my legacy, hopefully here, where my father started his first ever job. Isn't that weird how life works? So the market is always a special place to me. And we're gonna be what, 80 years old soon?
Oh, it's over. It's over. 80. We're at 80.
It's over 80 years.
85?
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's definitely
85 years. The show is called Flavors of New York.
There's a lot of flavor in this place,
So where else
and it's
would-
all natural.
Where else would you
So
go
if
but
there's
to
one
you?
place to go in the United States for Flavors of New York, it's Mike's Deli with Dave Greco, famous chef. Been on a lot of shows. Tell them the shows you've been on.
We've done some stuff. We fooled around with Bobby Flay. We were on a bunch of different things. We had Paula Dean. We were down in Georgia with her. We have a lot of fun over here in the Bronx, though. Every celebrity chef passes through here. We're very fortunate. Guys like Christian Petroni come and use our product because he likes only the best. So it's about quality here. It's an experience.
So he also beat Bobby Flay and the eggplant Parmesan challenge.
Eggplant Parmesan in the world, in the whole world. How big is this world? I don't know how big
Little
it is.
Ralphie, you ate my grandmother's eggplant palm
I know.
And he still probably
50 years ago.
Grandmother's eggplant palm.
and he
That's
still
right.
probably has the tab from that day still hanging.
We're gonna make fresh mozzarella. No chemicals, no preservatives. Not what you're used to. Fresh mozzarella, the freshest quality curd. The curd gets passed through la guitarra, and this is where you make little strips. And this is where the name mozzarella comes from. This gesture of making these small strips. This is mozzare. Ralphie, you understand these little strips? This is mozzare.
That was a nightclub.
Yeah, that is a different time. No more nightclubs for you. Abel, some hot water, please. So the Bronx has the best water. So when we take our curd and we get it cut into small pieces, this is il primo bagno, the first bath. We top it with warm water to take the chill out. And then we're gonna take this off and we're gonna put boiling water. So now, at that stage, we add a little salt. So the only thing that's in our curd is the Bronx water, a little salt, and a lot of love. So all these small pieces, we're breaking them down, and this is mozzare. And now the cooking process, il secondo bagno, the second bath. Let it settle a little more. Big Joe, I don't see this beautiful lady eating anything. You're not feeding her. Air-dried mozzarella. This is what beat Bobby Flay. This is the fresh mozzarella, air-dried, so it gets a natural skin on it. These are the best for baking. When you bake with them, no moisture comes off. This is the same mozzarella, but over a fire. A lot of people think it's a loaf of bread, but that's smoked mozzarella. Caciocavallo or scamozza. This is a baby mozzarella shaped like a horse. A body, a neck, and a head, air-dried. And these are the best for baking or just eating like that. In here, the love cheese, the burrata. We make all that fresh here. Now here we go. Little by little, your mozzarella starts to come together. Where it's still curd, stretch, stretch, stretch is very important. We're gonna do that again. The temperature, now it's perfect. Here we go. Tira, you pull. Now look at the silkiness. Look how it's getting shiny. Did you say mozzarella? Is that mozzarella? Look, there's mozzarella. Gentile, gentile. You see how nice and easy it comes down? There's our folds of mozzarella. Ralph, you ready to taste good mozzarella?
Yeah, that's why I'm here. That's what I do best. I eat and drink.
So
You're a
this is
professional
flavor.
eater.
I'm a professional eater.
So this is a flavor of mozzarella that you never had in your life.
this is-
this
it's
is old
unbelievable.
school,
Look at
old
it.
world style.
Wow. And people don't realize the real deal.
Age before beauty. Let's go, Ralphie.
Holy pistols. Hey,
Thank you, sir. Come on,
Mine,
pistols,
mine.
get in there.
oh yeah.
Thank you, brother. I'm lactose intolerant. You see what I do for my craft?
Cameramen always get left out, mind you.
What
Okay,
a
girls.
difference.
Never tasted cheese
Help
like
these
this
guys
before.
out. Don't ask if it's fresh.
I don't think it is. Oh, Topsy.
Wow.
There's a napkin if anybody needs.
Any wine for Squiggy?
Of course. And we're waiting for a couple glasses of vino.
The line, chef.
Here's glasses. You create la faccia, the face. And then gentile, all around. You squeeze all the ends out. And you create a beautiful mozzarella. Everybody thinks it's easy, baby, but you gotta know how to handle the balls, my friend.
You want some wine, Squiggy?
Yeah. Man doesn't live on bread alone.
I don't drink.
You don't drink? Yeah, you're better off not drinking.
Salud.
Salud. David, salud, my dear friend.
Squig, always good to see you, brother.
Same here.
You want to see how to make a burrata, my friend?
You watch this. He's gonna make burrata.
Burrata.
We just keep on eating and drinking.
I'm going to show you how you make a burrata. The next thing we're going to make you, the love cheese, the burrata. You know what burrata is, my friend? It guarantees action. It's all about how you serve it. Burrata is strips of mozzarella. And it goes in the center with the cream. You ready to see how we make a burrata, Red? So watch this. Pizza guys are very rough with the dough. Mozzarella guys are gentle, Bella. Gentile, gentile. We open it up, and then we create a pocket. And then we seal the pocket with la stracciatella in the middle. This is why it's the love cheese. Yep. You seal all your ends. And then voila. Centered in the middle is that cream. La 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 la, that's Abel's song. So what is a burrata? It's a baby mozzarella filled with cream. I'm gonna let you girls taste it. Okay girls, now taste, that's the burrata.
We're getting all the good stuff.
Lady.
So Squiggy, tell us that world famous story about being born on points.
Well, it was all started in this neighborhood. I lived on Arthur Avenue as a kid. My father, who was a degenerate gambler, decided to go to Harlem Hospital. They gave him money to take me out of Harlem Hospital.
Wait, he didn't have money to take you out of the
My
hospital?
father never had money to go anywhere. The guy was a degenerate gambler. The guy was out of his mind. So on the way to the hospital, he stops over in the dice game in the neighborhood and loses all the money. So now a normal human being would say, "But I'm worried." He just went home. You know, now a week goes by, 10 days go by, and nobody's home. My mother's not there. I'm not there probably. Now, my uncle, who was my mother's brother, was a good guy in the neighborhood, decides to inquire where his sister is and where his kid is. Now he goes to my father. My father's going home by him. He's not answering. You know, he says, "Hogan, where is the kid and where's my sister?" Finally, he had to confess that he lost all the money in the dice game. So they take him to Fat Tony in the neighborhood. They take a Shylock loan and they get me out of the hospital. So I guess in reality, I was born on points.
Why do they call you Ralphie Lock? If you
Okay.
were born on points and you came from a degenerate gambler, how are you such a lock to win?
Because all I used to say as a kid was, I just made a bet, it's a lock. But I never won. I would lose 90% of the time. So that was really like, it didn't make no sense. But they called me Ralphie Lock.
Well, you were in the movie Bronx still.
Yeah, and even there I lost.
Yeah, but here's the thing. There was a guy named Eddie Mush that always lost. Was
Yeah.
that partially based on you?
No,
Okay.
no, had nothing to do with me. I was more charming looking. I am representing absolutely nothing.
Absolutely nothing. When the media comes to the earth, he's rooting for the media.
Yes, oh, without doubt.
Where's my man, the Iron Sheik?
Hello, Habibi.
So you heard
How
of...
are you doing, sir?
This is Osama bin Eating.
I have been eating a lot. How are you, Habibi?
To be honest with you, my best friend in the neighborhood.
Hello, John.
Tell him Flavors of New York is coming to a TV near you. Flavors of New York.
Flavor of New York
An
is
Egyptian,
coming to
Egyptian,
TV
Egyptian.
as حبيبي الأحسن واحد في نيويورك. You will coming in the TV.
It's not Egyptian.
Habibi, I love you. Ciao, Habibi.